Man in the metaverse. Most black guys ain't married. So I interviewed a married black guy today, which is my partner, Beach Dad. All right. And I asked Beach Dad, I said, Beach Dad, tell me the top reasons why a married man will divorce his wife. And text me right now because Brandon be delayed. Brandon, when you text Brandon only texts back. You know,
and why is that? But what?
I don't have an Apple. I don't know if you've seen it or not. You know, so you ain't gonna get this from nowhere on YouTube or any social media sites because those people are fake. We are real over here.
Okay,
so
I agree with that.
I asked Brandon, what will make a man divorce his wife? But guys, hold on, let me click on it. Hold on. But guys, let's talk about the Bible first. Brandon, read that.
A man might marry a woman and then find some secret thing about her that he doesn't like. If that man is not pleased with her, he must write the divorce papers and give them to her. Then he must send her from his house. That's in the Bible?
Deuteronomy 24th chapter, first verse. So here's a quote before we get into it. Now, I'm just going to let a side note. The Bible do contradicts itself what Jesus said after this in the New Testament. But this is the Old Testament.
Okay.
So this is they say God is everlasting, unchanging. But why he changes in the Bible, Brandon? But don't say nothing. So Brandon said a man has a right to divorce his wife if he finds something he didn't know about her, aka she got 20 bodies, aka
and we're not talking about murders. You're not talking about murder.
And 20 bodies is low these days. That's back in the 80s, back in the 90s. You know, I thought back in the day, I thought 10 bodies was a lot. Right. But boy, we showing our age out here, ain't it, Brandon?
Right. Some people might have that in a month now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But Brandon, I just want Brandon. In 2003, ain't you thought 10 bodies was a lot?
It was. 6 is a lot.
Yeah.
You're like, how many people you done been with? 6. Oh, that's the whole right there.
But now in 2023, 30 bodies is almost like a virgin.
Right.
It's almost like a virgin. And if you do the math, you will throw up if you do the math. So we ain't going to do the math. Boy, you better. If you have a person sex once a year for 10 years, that's 10 bodies. But I think people be having sex every 3 weeks.
Right.
You know,
at least
52 weeks.
The way they talk about it, right?
That's
the way they talk about
20 bodies in a year.
And you don't really hear people talking about STDs, HIV, AIDS, any of that kind of stuff.
We talk about it.
We do, yeah, for sure.
Mouth be looking like you've been chewing on poison ivy. All right.
But go ahead.
All right. Brandon said one. Now, this is not from the top 1 to the top 2, top 3.
And this is a good point, but what the Bible does say too. But how hard is this to do in the year 2023? On both sides, because it doesn't say men should be virgins and get married. It said you should marry a woman who's a virgin. But go ahead.
I want to. Now I was listening to Pastor Dow. Now I want to inform Mr. Taylor. He says Bible says man should marry virgins. That is true, but a man can marry any woman that's not married,
right?
And he can have sex with any woman he would take as his wife,
right? So
if you have sex with a woman, that woman should eventually become your wife.
All right.
So you can't be out here just poking, because you can't have all those wives back in the day because you had to pay for them.
Right. And we have gotten away from that, like having concubines and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, but
and watch this, Brandon. If you read the text that I just said, 2 lines after that, every new wife, you supposed to make sure she comes to your house and you got to please her for 1 whole year. So you got to be a simp. All right. So they're telling you to be a simp in the Bible for a year. So that keeps you straight. Brandon, how many women you could fully please for 1 year, Brandon?
One. Barely.
So you won't have that many wives.
Correct.
And if you can't pay for or do what a host is supposed to do, she got a right to divorce you because you ain't living up to your obligation. You lied to her.
That's true.
And then your name get off in the streets. They said, Brandon, he may got something hard, but he can't pay for nothing.
Right.
You know, then see, back in the day, it wasn't no social media. So when somebody said something, It may be true. All right.
Well, go ahead.
Our man Brandon said a man may divorce his wife if she's cheating. Brandon, what's your definition of cheating? I can't talk. I ain't married. What's your definition of cheating?
My definition would be doing something inappropriate with someone else that you wouldn't feel comfortable doing in front of your wife.
Boy, Brandon, you smart, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm very smart.
Okay, see, now Brandon did not say no intercourse.
Right.
He left it very open.
Yeah.
Doing something inappropriate that you would not do with your wife. Read that too. We said, okay. Brandon.
It said Abraham was smashing his maid Hagar, got her pregnant, and sent her and their son Ishmael into the wilderness.
You know, some people do some bitch ass shit. You know what I'm talking about? In the Bible, some people do some bitch ass shit. So let's talk about David. King David. Everybody love King David, right?
Somewhat. Yeah, go ahead. Tell us about King David. Because I can't remember. I can't remember. I ain't about to lie.
King David had his main girl right here. You see that? Mm-hmm. Hey girl, how you doing? He was in charge. You know, back then they was fighting a lot. Mm-hmm. He was in charge of my army. Okay. He saw this bad girl. I'm talking about she had a big booty, pow, breasts with the t-shirt, nipple sticking out and everything. He said, I want her. But that girl is married to that man. Mm-hmm. So if I keep the laws, I can't have her because I'll be put to death. Because you can't, another man can't have another man's wife. That's a death penalty. So what he done is say, okay, I'm gonna set him up, Brandon.
That's what I was thinking.
Take his husband. Take the husband. Take his wife.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Send him out there to fight and put him on the front line.
Right.
And what usually happens on the front line, Brandon?
You die first. You die
there you
first.
Go. And what happens to the woman? No more husband, right?
Right. Correct.
And let that be it. All right, Brandon. Now, Brandon said cheating. Brandon, I like how you use the words cheating because you didn't use intercourse. You said inappropriate.
Yeah.
So what's inappropriate? Just a few things inappropriate in your mind. Now this is new for me because we never talked about this before.
Right.
In your mind.
Flirting, that would be something.
What kind of flirting?
Sexual flirting.
Okay.
Like compliments and stuff like that.
Wait, hold on. If your wife works with a man at work, oh, that's a nice shirt.
Is that, I guess, okay, like sexual compliments.
Okay, all right. What else?
Because I guess that sexual compliments, flirting,
you said
touching, hugging. Like I think I would, like, depending on what kind of situation you have. If I see my wife hug somebody else, I'll be okay with that.
What kind of hug?
and that's what I'm about to say. It depends on what kind of hug it is too. Somebody, one of those, or like, with respect, or if it's a deep embrace, it's different ways of hugging. So,
you know what's crazy, Brandon? I can't speak on it because I ain't married, but I would not want to be in that situation because you see this on social media a lot. A girl come up, she in a relationship, hug a guy. I'm talking about hug pelvis on pelvis, and she jumping for joy. Right. Now, as a pimp, I'm supposed to walk away like fuck that hoe.
Right.
But
go ahead.
I don't know. I may be drinking something. I may have to slug the guy. Am I wrong?
You may be. I mean, you can't. Can you be wrong for reacting how you react?
I can't.
If that's how you feel.
I mean, I'm a peaceful person, but violence ain't no thing. I can get to it if you have to. You know what I mean?
Right. But it all depends on who you're with and what you're comfortable with. And like I say, sometimes I guess something may happen and you may not react the first time, but then you have a conversation about it. Be like, hey, this kind of made me feel a certain type of way because you not do this. Right?
Yeah. Brandon?
Go ahead.
Tell me now, I always thought about the scenario. Maybe I come to a point in my life I can't dance anymore. Mm-hmm. And my loved one loves to dance.
Right.
That's
a good one too.
Can your loved one dance with another person while I'm there?
Not while I'm there.
But how about she asks you first?
And
your knee busted. Brother, and your knee busted, and you know she likes to dance.
Well, she better dance with me in this chair. Be spinning around.
So she can't do the. She can't do the.
She can dance. She can dance on the floor at a distance. not with somebody, because you know how people be dancing. Because I went to my brother's wedding, we were dancing. You could dance on the dance floor with everybody, but if you turned around and you locked with somebody and y'all dancing,
how about hand dancing?
Spin you around? What you mean?
Oh, okay, so hand dancing. That's old fashioned, and he spins her. This hand dancing. No, you got your.
This ain't even the era. This ain't even the era for that. So no.
No, quit lying. I talked to a black woman 2 weeks ago. She said she was going hand dancing in DC.
Well, that's something different, I guess, because you guys have a different culture up there, and they got a shag down here that people dance like that. You heard the shag? Or whatever, that's some little popular thing that they do every now and then. It's busy, like that's something people gonna be doing. And if you're into dancing like that, okay, I may be there. I don't think I want to see it though.
Can your wife dance with another man while you in a wheelchair and she love to dance? All right, brother, yes or no? She ain't doing no booty butt dancing.
One dance maybe, yes.
But she actually
trying to dance all night. What I'm doing is watching.
Why you in a wheelchair? What can you do? You lucky your dick can't get up.
Well, why are we there? Well, that's what I'm saying. I may not be there. I would rather her.
Brandon. No. It's a black people organization. All right. So food, drinks, music. Somebody may want to dance.
I hear you.
So can your wife dance with another man she loved dancing and you in a wheelchair?
Yep, I have a song.
Oh Lord, I didn't know Brandon like that.
It's easy to say, oh yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I'm gonna be sitting and watching, drinking, sipping, and doing Hennessy, looking.
Well,
I don't want to do that. That's torture. I don't think I would want to do that. But like I say, if your partner, you trust your partner, y'all built something. It's harmless. Do you think if it was the other way around, I would tell my wife, yeah, I love to dance. I'm gonna just dance with this lady.
No. You ain't your wife. I'm talking about.
But that's what I'm saying.
You're the leader.
I hear you. So go ahead.
You the leader. You a logical person.
So what are you trying to say? The more logical?
Nah, she make it jealous very quick.
Well, and men like to act like they don't get jealous, but men do get jealous too. Not as much, but yeah, you could feel a certain type of way. Like I say, I'd rather just not see, because what am I doing? I'm just sitting here watching her dance with somebody else. And like I say, yeah, I mean, I can say, yeah, that's fine. But when you're in the moment, it's different.
Yeah, I guess.
I get one song, but go ahead.
I guess you in a wheelchair. I can't say yes or no, because I still talk about a photo that my girl took 10 years before we got to bed. I still talk about you.
Right. And